Is on. Let's do it.
Is it appearing up top? It's going to appear up later.
There'll be a delay up there. Good evening, everyone. Hopefully you can hear us. We're live here from Formula Fast. I'm Bradley Philpott. This is Sean Brierley, and we are your hosting team for the BRKC 2020 live heat straw. Please let us know in the YouTube comments if there's any audio or video issues. We have circuit owner Phil Stanley sat just out of shot over here, taking care of any technical difficulties, but hopefully we won't have any. If you're new to BRKC, the way this works is we're basically going to draw 100 names from this goldfish bowl. Every single driver entered in BRKC 2020 is in this bowl, along with some of their career information. It won't be a full history of their driving background, but we should have something to say for most drivers so you know who you're racing against. And we're going to pull names one by one. And as we do that, Phil will be entering those names into a spreadsheet, the heat dispersal system. That will then enter that name into all the heats that driver is going to be racing in. And as this hour goes on, it takes roughly an hour, we will populate all of the heats, and then by the end, you're going to know exactly who you're racing in every single race. The idea behind this heat dispersal system is that it spreads you out so you race the most possible people. So it's the widest spread of drivers, and hopefully you'll all be very, very happy with who you're racing against. I think this year it's going to be an entire championship of death heats. So without further ado, we're going to start pulling names from the bowl. So good luck, everyone. Let's do this. Sean, do you want to go first?
Absolutely. Lots of comments about my suit already. Thank you, Alex. Go away, Weddle. Go away, Dan.
So Sean can't see any of the names. Everything is completely hidden. It's only when we unfold these pieces of paper that we get to see who the drivers are. But the lucky first driver is
Scott McIntyre.
Okay, now Scott McIntyre is a stock car hot hatch driver. So
Championship leader in 2019.
So at the time of entering BRKC, he was the JSCC Championship leader. I think that's Junior Stock Car Championship, maybe.
Oh, is
so
he
that is,
young guy then?
I don't know. It must be if it's junior. So Scott McIntyre, nice stilo helmet.
I suppose it's the only downside about everyone doing this with their lids on. We don't really know how old. Oh, it's your turn, isn't it?
It's my turn. Can everyone hear us? Hear us well? Is that all good? Just let us know in the comments. I'm going to grab driver number 2.
Looking down here, that's where we're seeing the comments.
So second driver is the fabulous Ed White.
He's going to be happy.
So Ed White, so he came second in BRKC last year. He actually finished the final faster than Ruben Boutons, but he started 2 and a bit seconds behind and finished about 3/10 behind. So very, very close second place for Ed White. Third driver, Alex Van Gien, nice and early. I bet you're happy to have Ed, aren't you? So Alex Van Gien is racing both of those drivers in heat number 1 by the looks of it.
D60 champion 2009, 2010, BRKC third place heavyweight in 2012, and second place in the British 24-hour kart race. I thought he won as part of your team.
No, he was in the other kart.
Oh, sorry, Van Gien.
But Alex makes his return to BRKC after a year out. So next driver out of the Goldfish Bowl is Dante Dillon. So Dante Dillon, very well known lap record holder at lots of different tracks. Quite fast in BRKC as well.
I'd say it's a strong heat already, but knowing the grid, they're all going to be like this.
So in the last 2 years, Dante's been a semi-finalist both years. He finished 28th in 2018 and 21st last year. So very, very strong contender again.
Alex, have you actually had a race at BRKC where you weren't on at 8 o'clock in the morning?
So it's Junior Saloon Car Championship. Okay, that's what
team.
JSCC was.
Okay, next driver, Johan Medart. So this is going to be such a great opening, actually. Medart, Ed White, Dante Dillon, Van Gien.
Some heavy hitters in this one.
Third place in BRKC in 2018 in his debut year. 6th place last year. I think he, I don't think his qualifying went well. I think he qualified in 2nd. Didn't quite get the lap in, started 6th or 7th and ended up in a fight with you, Lewis?
First lap, yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, he didn't make it stick and then just kind of got stuck.
Oh, next driver out, another heavy hitter. This is going to be the theme this evening, guys, because everyone's really fast. So next one is Guillermo Van Pamelen. So my favourite race helmet of anyone in BRKC. So last year, he was the 3rd in the juniors in the Kart World Championship, European Junior Champion in 2018, and Dutch Champion Junior Indoor and Outdoor in 2017.
Yeah, he was really close to getting that. Fell foul of a penalty towards the end.
And Lewis informs us he came 12th in BRKC last year, so
Lewis, our resident dictionary.
Lewis is the stats
Wikipedia
man.
page.
Next out.
Please don't be me, please don't be me, please don't be me. Cedric Waters.
Cedric Waters.
Jesus.
Tell us Cedric's history. He's been
All
doing a lot
right,
of car
so
racing.
Cedric history, for those who don't know, he did appear here a couple of years ago. Didn't have the best run of it, but his pace, especially in qualifying, was crazy. So Team World Champion with Traxxas in 2018, Kart Belgian Champion in 2012 and 13. I know he's done quite a few more than that, but haven't seen him around on the KWC scene too often recently.
So this is a message for the Traxxas team. There are currently 4 of you guys signed up in the Traxxas team. You can only have 3 drivers in a team in BRKC, so please get in touch. Let us know who the 3 are. Same with Blue Star. Yeah, we need to split you guys into Blue Star 1 and 2 and Traxxas 1 and 2, so please let us know.
Maybe the rejects can team up and take Alex Manjing with you.
Next up, Alex is in team...
I reckon he'd rather be with the Blue Star Traxxas
no
guys.
use crying over spilt Coke.
Sorry, Carl Power.
So next up, he's here tonight, it's Greg Smith. So Greg Smith made his BRKC debut in 2019.
Waters.
He finished 83rd, and he has done multiple seasons in Covkart, and he's here practicing this evening. So there we go, Greg Smith.
Oh God, how much do you want to be drawn out here?
No. Guys, if your name's spelled incorrectly, just let us know as well. We'll try and sort that all out. It is all being typed in by hand very quickly.
Nick Dolan, not a name I'm familiar with, but I think you are.
Nicky Dolan.
Nicky Dolan, sorry,
Okay.
Nicky Dolan.
Tell us about Nicky Dolan.
Do you know about this? Because I can't really read that.
Okay, sorry, let me try and read this. It is very small. So he was the Amen Corner second place Ironman driver. He won a GP race at the Kerberg, which is an indoor kart track up the country, and he won a race at Kyle Moore Karting in 2018. That's Nicky Dolan.
It's a weird collection of things, but
Yeah,
quite impressive.
my go.
Turn, yeah. So this would be the last one of round... No, actually, is this 100? Are we going on to round 2 now?
Not sure, we'll find out in a minute.
We'll
when
find
it's
out.
Entered.
Yeah, it might be round 2.
So, next driver out is the fabulous Michael Weddle. Michael Weddle from Edinburgh. He is the Celtic Speed Mini Cooper Newcomer Champion in 2018. He came second in the British 24 Hours with the fastest lap in 2014. And he came third overall in BRKC way back when we were all very young in 2012.
Is Weddle fitting into the end of this or the start of the next one? We'll find out in a second. Weddle, I bet you're hoping you go into round 2 on this. I'm not actually sure. Normally it's the 100th driver picked goes into heat 1.
If you see us looking up in the air, guys, just
oh yeah, we've got the screen up there and we've got the comments down here. And I'm just looking down as well. Is it actually okay? We'll just continue then. So Carl Stevens. Now, didn't know him before this. Seen him in the last couple of weeks. Really quite quick. And I'm saying that surprisingly because it's not often you get a British driver who's unknown coming in. When it's the Euros coming in, you know they're quick. The British driver coming in, it's not often you find them up near the top.
We should probably mention Carl was the D-Max in-kart heavies champion. Came 87th in BRKC last year. And that gives
His
you an
speed
idea
has got
of,
a lot better.
Yeah, he's got a lot faster, but that gives you an idea of how tough it's going to be this year. Someone who came 87th is fast, so really tough.
Weddle's like, it's a fix, thank God, when he's been put up there.
Oh, lucky Weddle. Right.
Yeah, so the 100th driver, for those who are wondering why the spot below Nicky Dolan hasn't been done, that's the 100th driver going to be picked. We'll go there.
Okay, so next up, we've got Wojciech Gerber, and I'm really sorry if that's pronounced incorrectly, but that's how James Ord says it. So Wojciech came 13th in BRKC last year in his debut, so really far up the front. He was also the Polish Gearbox Karting Champion in 2017. Super quick.
Is that Dan Healy then? The Dan 461?
Potentially.
Okay, Dan, answer to your question, where's everyone else? They tripled up with the Super Sunday tonight, so they'll be joining us after an hour. Lewis is so keen on this, he's decided to be our one and only fan. Good work.
Next up. Okay, so we've got Weddle and Carl Stevens populating Heat 2.
And the other one, Wojciech.
Okay, yeah.
Right, now I said this name wrong earlier, but it's Kevin Gelly Rufat. Now we had our one and only Frenchman, and now we've got competition for him. iRacing Formula Mazda overall world champion in 2014.
That is a very fast sim racer.
Really?
Now
World
I've
champion?
got some. Yeah, I've got some more.
You know more about this?
Yeah, I've got some more information on Kevin actually. I'm pretty sure that Kevin messaged me a few days ago saying he couldn't get here for practice, and his first lap of BRKC will be qualifying in that heat, in Heat 2. So good luck, Kevin. Sorry about that. Yeah, he couldn't get off work.
Yeah.
My turn.
Okay. Alex, do you understand now, by the way?
Next up, we've got Sebastian Raikkonen. So Sebastian is a regular BRKC driver. He finished 90th in 2018, 80th in 2019, so probably 70th this year, by the looks of it. So good luck, Sebastian. Guys, you can see behind us this white trophy. It looks quite small back there. We'll bring it closer to the camera later. That is actually the overall champions trophy this year.
It does look really small, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than it looks. It's just far away. So
That's what she said.
next up,
Lewis Manley. Hey, buddy. Welcome to your first heat. So, BRKC 5th place 2019, 2nd place in 2016, and multiple years Formula Fast Adult Champion. You haven't been beaten yet, have you?
5 times away, yeah.
5 times out of 5?
And I'm not in heat 3 for once.
Oh yeah, you always go heat 3, I remember that.
So
Yes, local boy Lewis Manley populating heat 2.
good luck, Weddle, Carl Stevens, Wojciech, and Kevin in that one. So, next driver out. We've got another quick driver who's actually here this evening. We've got Tyler Mays. So, Tyler was the Club 100 60-minute challenge champion in 2016, the Club 100 60-minute challenge runner-up in 2017, and came 12th in BRKC overall in 2017 in the current format. So, and he's here right now practicing. He'll be very fast.
Well, that's good. You put them all on full screen when we're talking to them.
So next.
Where do you want to mention this one? Okay, so unknown driver to me, Matt Box.
Oh yes, okay.
Competed absolutely karting Bristol. So if Lucas, Mitch Powell, or any of you guys are there, fill in for us.
Yeah, so
He's
Matt.
not got anything else on his
Yeah,
bio.
Matt. I haven't got a helmet picture for Matt, so I don't quite know what he's going to look like. But one of the Bristol contingent. We've got quite a few guys coming from down there. Next out.
Do you move on a little bit forward here? Stretch.
Thank you very much, Sean.
You're welcome.
So next, we've got Adrian Zajewski. So one of our very many Polish drivers. I think it's the highest number of drivers from any country other than the UK. In fact, whilst we're on this subject, let's give you some stats. We have 14 Polish drivers competing. We've got 11 Belgians, 6 Dutch, 6 Germans, 2 French drivers, 1 Spanish, 1 American, and 1 South African, making 42 drivers who aren't from the UK. So Adrian Zajewski came third in the Polish Championship a few years ago, 2016, and he came 26th last year in BRKC.
Might be worth mentioning what Bosch and Mikhail are doing.
Oh yeah, we actually have some Polish drivers here right now who have flown in especially for today's practice session. So
Yeah, Bosch is here, has done back-to-back sessions, and the Gerb, I'm going to say it wrong, the Gerb brothers are here next week doing the exact same thing on Sunday.
next out.
Right. Okay, Dwayne Stoddart, one of the McLaren boys, stalwart of BRKC, I'd have to say now.
And they've been down practicing for lots of Super
Yeah,
Sundays
they have.
as well.
They're going a lot quicker. So, Team Sport Car Champ, 2nd place, 2016. BRKC, 95th, 18, 79th, 19. So, big improvements.
Yeah,
And
jumping forward
hopefully
each time.
boosting their way up again, although it's got tougher this year, so good luck, boys.
But they've been putting in the practice.
Oh, they have, yeah.
Which a lot of people have been doing.
You guys, more of you need to do. It's going to be crazy tough.
Okay, we've got another one of our Polish drivers, Mariusz Nowicki. So Mariusz raced in BRKC last year, although I don't seem to have a position for him here. Rotax Max Challenge Poland in 2019 as well, and the Polish Indoor Kart Championship in 2018 and 2019. So Mariusz, another very fast driver.
I need some of the other guys to come in so they can keep an eye on the other heats that are populating.
Yeah, so we have a complete heat 2 now. So that's the first heat that is entirely populated. So who have we got? Who are we going to pick for that one? I think I'm probably going to go for Lewis. I think
Johan
Lewis.
Medart and Lewis Manley in Heat 8, round 2.
Johan Medart in round 2 as well.
Yeah, round 2, Heat 8.
Oh, in round 2. Sorry, I was thinking of heat 2. Yeah, I'm looking at heat 2.
Yeah, first one, that looks like Lewis's race.
Gerber, Wojciech and Lewis will be fighting there.
Phil, can we just clarify now? Are we taking a break at 50 and then putting on the preview video? Yeah. I don't think we did that to start.
Yeah. Yeah, so we will be taking a short break in the middle.
Okay, Matthew Clark, Kovcar O-Plate. He participated in 2017, doesn't give his result. New guy to BRKC, I think, so welcome.
So Alex Van Gien saying this is the 3rd time he's been in the first race of BRKC. I have to assure you it is entirely just luck, bad luck or good luck, because these pieces of paper that are in here, they are entirely shuffled, and the position you were in the original list is also totally random. It's just the number that you booked in as. So sorry about that, Alex. We didn't have you at the top of the pile, I promise. The next out.
You can blame Lauren for booking you in. Don't tell her I said that. That's a live stream. Oh well.
Okay, we've got Patrick Naroda. So Patrick's really, really quick. I've been watching some races back from last year where he's featured heavily. We just had a load of spectators coming in, audience is here. So, hey everyone. So Patrick Naroda, another one of our Polish drivers, finished in 14th in BRKC 2018, but then 8th last year. He was a finalist in 2019. So, the chrome red helmeted.
Had him confused with Lucas for a second then.
Okay, so.
Oh, Ed, you got drawn heat 1, by the way, buddy.
And it's a death heat.
along with so many people.
It's a death heat, but because you're in it, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, it's only you. Right, Slawek Piscors. Twice BRKC semi-finalist and the British 24 Hours race winner in the rookie extreme class. Is that owner driving?
Got some drivers wondering if they can come in. Come on, guys.
Well.
It's slightly less formal than a normal live stream. Loads of superstars of BRKC filing in. So, next up. And if we're wondering why there's only 63 people watching on the live stream, it's because most drivers are just here practicing tonight and loads of them in the
we
room.
have like 30 BRKC drivers here.
Okay, next out, we've got an extremely fast driver and a newcomer to BRKC.
Yeah.
Sean will know about this guy. His name's Dennis Huller, and he was the KWC Vice World Champion. So in 2019, he came second in the world, won the Teams Championship, and won the Nations Cup. So
the Germans kind of
something you've done as well, Sean.
The Germans rolled everyone. Yeah, something I've done a couple of years ago now. But the Germans absolutely rolled everyone in that. Okay, still in Heat 3 then. Okay, Tim Dawson, no bio, don't know anything.
Okay, so Tim Dawson is one of very few drivers this year, actually, that I've really struggled to get hold of. So Tim, I have no helmet picture for Tim. I've got literally no career information, no idea who Tim is, but good luck. And he could be a stealth super pro. We have literally no idea till he arrives. So, an unknown. Next driver out.
So the audience for us is going to start having a look when these heats start populating and try to pick out some death heats for us to talk about as well.
We have another one of our German drivers, Tobias Lauber. So Tobias Lauber came Laube. Is that how you pronounce it? That's unusual for a German name. He was 7th in the world in 2019, and once again with Dennis Huller, he was the team champion and the Nations Cup champion. So another.
All we need is for Schottland
Germans
to be picked, and the Germans won't turn up.
So that's turning into a more difficult race.
Yeah, that's Patrick, Slawek, Nowicki,
and
Huller, Laube. Stephen King, sorry buddy. Well, he's out there practicing right now, so
he needs to.
Club 100, Super Heavyweight O-Plate champion, BRKC O-Plate 3rd place. Getting stronger and stronger each year. Not sure he's going to be overly chuffed with me drawing his name out, but might have to buy him a beer or something.
I've got a feeling there are going to be some worse heats coming up later. I think there's a potential for there to be
still quite a lot. There's still the Grudson, the Schottler, some big ones out.
Sean Briley.
Ed White has claimed, by the way, that he is going to win. Just want to point that out. He says he's going to win. Look at him, wave.
So next up, Marcel Hollink from the Netherlands. So he came 29th in 2018 and 30th in 2019. So a double semi-finalist. So Marcel Hollink is a danger man.
Yeah, Ed's just checked out his second heat isn't much better either. Round 2, heat 5. Okay, are we still on this one? Yeah, we are. Last one then. Matthew West. I think he might still be without a team, by the way, so if anyone's still looking for a third driver. BRKC 75th and 73rd place in the last 2 years. Improvement. Let's hope for something a bit bigger this one.
US, there we go. Is that the last person in that particular heat?
Stephen King, aka the human roadblock. That's Healy.
Okay, and next out we have Bjorn Vermeulen. So Bjorn can be mostly found in the clubs in Milton Keynes when he's not at the circuit.
Along with the rest of Traxxas.
I won't tell you which clubs. He came 8th in 2018 in BRKC, and he's had multiple podium finishes at the Kart World Championship. So Bjorn from Belgium.
That's start of Heat 4 now. I always race him, so I'm assuming I'm about to draw myself. Matthias Barsch, the man who's decided to come down for some early practice, 5th place in 2018. Everyone knows all about him. Hopefully he pits when leading against Lewis this time.
Yeah, that was an interesting
really
race
bizarre.
last year. Yeah, Matt just threw away a win. Yeah, so make sure you do a pit stop.
He could have pitted the lap before and come out ahead, couldn't he?
Okay, next up we've got Russell Endine, one of the very well-known Brits from Guildford, BRKC race winner in multiple years. And he won the British 24 Hours in 2016, but he was carried by his much better teammates.
Okay, so Who have we got now? Oh God! Right, how do you say this? Robert. Want to try that one?
Okay, so
I'm not trying.
Robert Schiagiel. I'm sure that's exactly how it's
Phil, you're going to
pronounced.
need this, buddy.
Here we go. Make sure you read that.
He's one of the replacement Poles, isn't he?
I don't know. I've got no career history for Robert, but he's
No.
from Poland and he has a red and white helmet. So, if anyone knows anything about him, let us know. Next up is Mats de Jong. Now, Mats is making his BRKC debut, but I've competed against Mats a couple of times.
So quick.
He is a very, very fast Belgian, regular at the KWC. So just to give you a bit of history, he won the Belgian National Championship in 2017. He came 5th in the World Championship in 2019. So another World Championship front runner, Mats de Jong.
Big on qualifying as well. Second best qualifier behind Schotter throughout that whole thing. Right. What? Adam Davis. Right. BRKC 52nd and 57th place. Although I think his performance in team sport showed that he's capable of quite a bit more than that. And hopefully we'll see.
Where did he finish in?
Team sport is second. Had a little bit of a tussle with Sam Slater towards the end to fight it out for the championship. So I really hope Sam gets drawn in this.
Must have been a low grip track for Sam to have coped for an entire race with his neck
Oh yeah,
in one
Sam,
piece.
you're there.
It was good. It was electric. It's my next fight.
Sam, I take it that move was a good one then, yeah? Yeah.
Okay, so next out is another one of our Polish drivers. It's Bartosz Grosek. Bartosz has done a lot of rental karting in Poland, as well as track days and Touristenfahrten in his Mazda RX-8 at the Nürburgring. So that's Bartosz.
Dan Healy's just got Adam Davis, Sam Slater's best mate. Okay, Arnaud Tinet, our second Frenchman, or first Frenchman. Multiple BRKC over several years. He's done quite a bit of sim, hasn't he?
Yeah, Arno probably won't mind us saying that he's held back definitely by his weight. Every year he tells me he's going to get down to fighting weight, and
we bring this
and
up
then
every year.
never actually bothers doing it. But I've been watching some of his races back from last year, and weight corrected, he would be qualifying in the top 3 or 4 almost every race. So hopefully that's enough motivation for him to do it for 2021. So next out, well, the man who goes without saying, needs no introduction, 6 times BRKC champion and double world champion Ruben Boutens. He came where in the World Championship this year, 2019?
Third or fourth, I think.
Third or fourth? I think fourth. But yeah, Ruben Boutens, so good luck anyone who's against him. He will be.
He even got wiped out in the slowest car in one of his heats and still finished fourth on track.
He'll be very keen to defend his multiple titles here.
So we're still in this heat. Oh, okay, last one in this heat. Hey, Brad, do you want to be drawn? Selena Barnega.
One of 2 female drivers this year, I believe.
Who's the second one?
We'll find out.
Oh, the German. That's right. Okay, so ladies, KWC World Champion 2015, 16, 17, 18, and 19, and 15th, I think, in overall this year. So I also probably butchered your surname, sorry.
Balnagar?
Okay, you got to.
Yeah.
She's quality pace.
And a really cool helmet as well. So, guys, the helmet
That is a
game
bad heat.
this year at BRKC is going to look great. Phil has been working on a nice new lighting system, so instead of like the yellowy hue, hopefully we'll have a bit more of a bright white light lighting up your spectacular painted arrows. So that'll look cool on the live stream. So next driver out, we've got a driver who's here practicing, and he's been here regularly over the last few Super Sundays. Josh Nye, second in the TRCK Sprint Series, and he won his entry to BRKC from that finish. So he's one of the prize winners. He's on Team Freeloaders, which is a team of people who have won their prize to come and race here. So Josh Nye next out.
Awesome. So because you fought him for the championship.
And he was doing pretty well earlier on.
So this will be the last heat before the preview video comes back on, Phil? Yeah? Okay, so Ramon Pinheiro. I'm going to let you introduce him because last time you really annoyed him by what you said.
Okay, Ramon.
I want to have a repeat of that.
I'll try not to annoy him because I know he's watching this. Ramon is from Spain. He, at one point, I believe, had the record for the most FIA Formula 2 race wins consecutively. He is always fast at BRKC, but something tends to go wrong. He's my teammate, and he has finished behind me and my other teammate in every single BRKC. He spends most of his time...
What's his average? Isn't it something we're like 50th?
It's a strangely bad average, but he's he'll be fast if he doesn't
he's
muck
always
something
at the
up,
front, and
so
it always goes wrong. He's like a worse Johnny Elliott. You pick Johnny Elliott and Ramon as your teammates.
Good luck, Ramon. And he's staying at my house as well during BRKC. Ramon, can't wait to have you over. And hopefully we'll win the team's championship this year.
Sure you will. Or not. Schottler.
Who's this guy?
So, the current world champion on his first attempt at the KWC, what I learned recently.
Okay.
So he also won with Holla the team championship and the Nations Cup, and was solidly like 2-3 tenths quicker than anyone else.
So kind of won 3 world championships in the same week. 3 titles.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. It was scary to watch.
The next out. I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on.
I'm looking forward to seeing
sure
you draw my name now.
Next out, very, very nice helmet. It's Marco Brem. I think that's how
I think
you
that's
pronounce
one
it.
of Schottler's friends who persuaded him to come in.
So from Germany again. He is the Drakenberg Ring Kartbahn and der Weser. I don't know what that means. But yeah, anyway, really cool looking helmet. I'm sure he's very, very fast.
Awesome. So I think 7 names left. Dan Healy. Oh, yeah, you're on there. Hi, buddy. Welcome to fighting the world champion. You think Russell was screwed? So he claims 11th place. I always thought it was 12th, really. And the Club 100 lightweight champion in 2015. Tough heat, buddy. Welcome.
Just enjoying the comments of Michael Weddle saying, Russell, you're getting destroyed in round 3. Oh, Michael Weddle.
Oh.
He's one of our favourites.
Our favourite to abuse, yeah.
Okay, next out.
Schottler and Haley. Oh, no.
We have Matthias Mattis. So he came 18th in BRKC last year. So a nice, strong semi-finalist, Matthias.
Tyler, come here and check out your Heat 3 round 10.
Alex Van Geen will, of course, the world champions in my final.
It's a good way to send you off on your exit from racing. Right, Mikhail Zhurb. So last year, put it on pole for the final, 3rd place overall. Have fun, Healy.
And wasn't he second in the world in 2018?
Oh yeah, I wasn't at the pole, the Polish one. Sam, Mikhail Zhurb, 2nd overall.
I think he finished 2nd behind Ruben.
Yeah.
Feel free to correct us if that's wrong. But
So he's got overtaken twice in 1 year by Ruben for a title.
have
That's really unfortunate.
I might be wrong, but he's definitely a contender for the top 3.
we have a lot of drivers taking part that are front runners at the World Championship. So, next up. In fact, you can almost say it's going to be tougher than a World Championship normally is, because we've got people from various years of KWC who've been at the front who aren't necessarily there on the same year, but they're all at BRKC. So next we have a driver who was a last-minute replacement. So his information has been written in pen. It's Philip, and I don't know how to pronounce your surname, Philip, but I'm going to Zurzak. Philip Zurzak from. Well, it says Milton Keynes, but that's obviously wrong. He's from
So
Poland.
who did he replace? Who's gone out now?
So he's replaced Joe Llewellyn. He came 3rd in the Polish Junior Sodi World Series, I think, and he had the most Junior Sodi World Series wins in Poland. I think that's accurate. Anyway, he's a fast young Pole, about 15 years old, and it's his debut here.
Apart from Weddle. Hey, buddy. Right, Lucas Sullivan, Bristol absolutely karting driver. TKM Festival Cup winner in 2016. So predominantly outdoors. Haven't seen him here, Sam. You've seen him up here. You know more about him than we do. Yeah, but he hasn't really come up here though, has he?
So we've got.
It's his first time doing BRKC. He should be a good contender.
Excellent.
One more. Here we go. So this is the last one before we're going to take a short break. We're going to just have a drink. We're going to play the BRKC preview video, which you may have already seen, but just relax, grab a cup of tea, and then we'll finish with the final 50. But the last driver before then is Andrew Duff. Andrew Duff, a stalwart of BRKC. Everyone knows Andrew. He's been here a long time.
Odyssey, man.
Most recent couple of results in 2018, he finished 78th, but he had a big step forward in 2019, despite the tougher championship, and finished 57th. So hopefully inside the top 50 for Andrew in 2020. So guys, thanks for joining us. Stick with us, and we'll see you in about 17 minutes time to complete these heats.
It's because it's the length of the preview video. Also, Weddle, you didn't understand me because I was speaking English. Right, play.
I'm James Auld, commentator for the British Rental Kart Championship here at Formula Fast in Milton Keynes. It's the 10th anniversary year and it's going to be the best one yet. Welcome everybody, I'm James Auld, the commentator for the British Rental Kart Championship, and welcome to the 2020 edition. This is going to be the 10th British Rental Kart Championship and possibly the best one yet. With that in mind, we're going to go back a little bit and have a look at where it all began, actually around a breakfast table at Bedford Autodrome.
You mentioned that there was this interesting event that happened in other parts of the world, and normally in America at the time, which was called the Indoor Kart World Championship. And I investigated it and found it was affordable, and the next thing I knew I was on a plane out to Phoenix meeting a load of Belgians and Dutch guys and generally getting my arse kicked and having a great time. And I came back and told you how brilliant rental karting was and how much I enjoyed it. And so you and I looked for a national kind of series for us to enter.
There wasn't really anything that we could find. I mean, obviously the internet wasn't quite as strong at this day. The algorithms on Facebook weren't so good to guide you into things. And we just couldn't find anything to do. So something had to be done, really, didn't it?
Yeah, I think
the only way we could get one was to create it.
We wanted something a little bit more serious. So you and I together had a lot of phone conversations. Yeah. And along with my girlfriend Rebecca and Alex Van Gien, we set about trying to create one.
Brad came to me with an idea for a rental kart series, and we picked tracks based on people we knew and who would buy in to what we were doing, and it wouldn't just be we're just a group that have turned up with some drivers. We wanted to make it mean something. I remember Brad wanting to spend an absolute fortune. He wanted to buy everything, and I had to really try and rein him in.
And by the beginning of 2011, we'd come up with a list of 6 tracks that we decided we were going to travel to.
It was being really exciting, and then all of a sudden we were in Birmingham.
And we had an entry list of around 30 drivers, and the next thing we knew, found ourselves at Birmingham Wheels for the first race.
And there was just this whole group of people, and we took a whole big group shot. It's just built and built and built, and now we've got 100 people here. It's phenomenal.
In 2011, the first BRKC champion was crowned. That was Chris Hackworth. 2012, 2013 went the way of Lee Hackett, again, multi-round championships. But 2014 to date, there's only been one man to beat. That's Dutchman Ruben Boutens.
My first memory is the 2013 championship, which started in London. Remember that I finished third behind Lee Hackett and Sean Brierley. It has become much more and more professional during the years, which was also made possible by Formula Fast Karting in Milton Keynes. What makes BRKC really stand out from other championships for me is that it's so professional, and the way they arrange the covering of the whole, the coverage of the whole championship. Yeah, that's something I think no other championship has been able to match as of today.
It's Ruben Boutens wins the title.
I think the best memory is for sure my first title in 2014.
It's Ruben Boutens, the British Championship. It's going to go for the second time in succession.
So the year after, I remember that I was challenged really hard by Ed White, Matthias Groten and Stefan Verhofstadt.
It's going to be a 4 times champion of the British Rental Kart Championship.
I think it's increased the quality and especially the level of drivers from all over Europe that it attracted.
And there's Ruben Boutens in the lead, just 1 minute 10 remaining. There's Ruben Boutens. Is he going to make it 6 British Championships in a row? Ed White is the one place to challenge him. Ed White is second, but he's not close enough. They're into the final minute, Spanners. They're into the final minute as Ruben Boutens continues around the snail section in the lead with Ed White in tow. Surely this is going to be the last lap, maybe. We'll see if they're preparing to check a flag. And this is it for the British Championship. The British champion of 2019 is going to be the epic Ruben Boutens. Wins it again, 6 consecutive championships. What can you say? Ruben Boutens, the finest rental kart driver, the finest indoor kart driver in the world, has managed to make it 6 consecutive British Championship.
I think the greatest challenge every year is to stay sharp, to not rely on past successes or on your experience in BRKC or on the track in Milton Keynes. The most important thing is to enjoy the weekend. It's a great weekend with many drivers from all over Europe. It's great to meet new people, to be challenged by other drivers, and maybe one advice is don't get frustrated quickly when a race didn't go as you wanted, and stay focused and keep going on to the next one.
Over the past decade, the BRKC changed and evolved. We've caught up with some of the participants about their memories and why they keep coming back to the British Rental Kart Championship.
I used to work at Herefordshire Raceway, one of the first venues used for the first couple of championships. I remember Brad came with Alex Van Gien, had a couple of sessions on the circuit. They wanted to test it out, see if it would work in the series, and it worked very well for the first few years.
Me and Brad were trying to come up with a calendar, and we drove to Hereford to go and test out the track because we'd never been there before, and we loved the track as soon as we got there. And it was just a really great day, and we're like, this thing's going to work and it's going to be really, really good.
My first memory of BRKC was in 2012 when I turned up at Manchester Daytona, thinking, what have I got myself in for? But straight away, as soon as I entered the venue, everyone made me feel so welcome. It was such a friendly atmosphere, and I think that's what keeps bringing me back.
My first memory of BRKC is the very first round. I've done every single race in the last 10 years. It was actually my first ever competitive race. I'd never done anything beyond the occasional team sport local round, not even the team sport championships at that stage, and it was quite daunting.
So when I first competed, as I said, it was this multi-series where we raced across the country. We got to try out a few circuits, meet the locals, which I really enjoyed. But now, obviously, it's a single circuit at Formula Fast.
The thing that's changed is the people. We had a small number to start with, and we grew and grew and grew. And the people who we've known for all these years now have just changed. Their lives have completely changed. And we've just been on this big journey with everybody that we now all consider dear friends. And BRKC now in a January is a social event with some karting that happens.
The friendly family feel that we all love so much and what's made the competition so popular has never really left us. There's always been this core group from the start, but it's never been exclusive. Everyone's come in. It's got to the point where I don't even remember who I ended up meeting first.
It's probably staying warm. January in a cold warehouse, it's a bad combination. Make sure you bring plenty of layers, stand next to the heaters, and you'll be fine.
I know people want me to say pit stops, so I'm going to put that up there, probably my top 3. My biggest challenge over the first few years was consistency. I had some raw pace from the start, but I'd never managed to make it. I never managed to hook it up.
It's got to be the first title that I won back in 2012, I think it was. The last race was horrible and wet at Birmingham Wheels, and the championship was really close with Sean Briley. Luckily, kept it on the tarmac in the wet, crossed the line. I think it was like 6th place. It was enough to take the title that year.
The biggest challenge was when I went indoor. I'm by no means an indoor specialist. I think I struggled a lot more than I did. And the 1 year I did all right, I had to work really, really hard. I did quite a lot of practice. I had to really, really work on my qualifying.
So for me, I think a really big thing about doing BRKC is like the family feel that you get. The track staff are so friendly, competitors are always great to race against. And I think occasionally you get a few people that aren't there and a few new drivers, but it's generally sort of the same 50 or 60 people.
People, wherever they finish 1 to 100, tend to leave with a smile on their face, and you do not find that at many other competitions.
The series now has got live footage, live streams, the commentator James Old, great competitive racing. I think that it's just, it feels like such a great family.
It's the camaraderie. There's no real massive egos there. Everyone's there to help each other out, and everyone's happy to lend advice, and everybody gets on, and it's a big social atmosphere. It's such a nice environment to be in.
At the level of competition, it seems to just get harder and harder each year. The average score of getting into the semi-finals keep going up, and every year just seems more and more harder and difficult. I think that's clearly what sets it above everything else. Make sure you bring your painted lid. Everyone knows it gives you an extra few pence, and you'll definitely need it.
Yeah, good luck. I think it's the first thing. There's some amazing drivers there. Something you need to do, I think, is at any venue is practice. And another thing is, don't expect too much. It's your first year. I mean, Ruben's going to be there again. I forget how many titles he's won, so you can't expect to go out and win it on the first go, but get there and enjoy it.
The standard is stupidly high, and really you should just be focusing on what the others are doing. You should find those people who are consistently at the top, like Ruben, like Ed White, and watch what they're doing. If they're at the top for a reason, they're consistently at the top for a reason. What is the reason?
Just enjoy it. It's such a great event, you meet loads of nice people, and the racing is pretty darn close.
So, on to 2020. Now, the championship remains unchanged essentially, but behind the scenes, there are, as always, plenty of improvements coming and changes for this year. So over to Phil Stanley, the circuit owner, to explain those.
Hi everyone, so my name's Phil. I'm the circuit owner and the race director for BRKC. We've got some great improvements this year. It's the 10th anniversary for BRKC, and there's some really cool stuff that we've got coming up for this year's event. The major one that we want to talk about is the driver dashboards. So as well as the dashboards this year, we've also installed permanent sector timing for the drivers on track, so you'll be able to split up your lap time, which will mean that for the duration of the BRKC week, drivers will be able to have their sector times and their pit stop times with a lot more accuracy than we did last year. So for the spectators, we're also planning a big upgrade for this year. And finally guys, As always, we've tightened up the rules for this year, but I would really strongly encourage all drivers to have a really good read of the rules before they compete in this year's event. It really can make the difference between doing well and doing not so well. Every year we have someone that misses out on a very important part, particularly with regards to the pit stops, and that really can make or break your BRKC event. I'd also strongly advise people to read the practice rules this year. There's a couple of tweaks to the practice sessions which are going to be very important for BRKC 2020. Good luck to all drivers, and we'll see you at the track.
Okay, so that's the preview for the 2020 British Rental Kart Championship. This 10th anniversary is going to be the best one yet. It's going to be something special, and we'll be here live from Formula Fast on the live stream on the British Rental Kart Championship YouTube page, and please join us for that. Ruben Boutons, the reigning champion, has got 99 problems coming at him, and 2 of them are world champions, including the current world champion, Michael Schuttler. It's going to be the first time these 2 have met each other on track since the epic final last summer. What's going to happen? Join us on the live stream, British Rental Kart Championship, all the races live. It's going to be an epic one.
Welcome back to the BRKC 2020 live heats draw. We're going to continue straight away. Sean's eating his pizza, which is a bit of a ritual here for the heats draw. I've already had mine. So the next driver out with Sean's greasy pizza fingers is
Steve Gray. So the other part of Team Ainsley, and they added another name on the end when they dragged someone in, but I can't remember.
Yes, with added spice. Team Ainsley with added spice.
With added spice. So BRKC 59th place in 2019, 46th place in 2018. Bit of a step back, but he did get a penalty in that last race, which didn't know was caused. And he came together with Carl Power. Still a very quick driver. Look forward to seeing him again before he goes out getting hammered on the Saturday night and posting photos.
We've got Gary Jones out next from Matlock. Gary finished 17th in BRKC in 2017, 28th a couple of years before that. And he was Cov Kart Sport lightweight champion in 2009 and 2012. And Gary he's done a lot of laps around here as well. He's very well practiced at BRKC.
Mr. Philpott.
Oh, who's this joker?
This absolute... Yeah.
Nice helmet.
So, Kart Race of Champions champion in 2019. Got a very good kart in the end. Track Indoor Kart champion 2019 again, beating out Josh Nye.
I've been trying to do some practice.
Red Bull Kart Fight UK champion 2011.
Still trying to dine off that.
Still holding on to that.
Where did you finish?
Near.
Okay, next out. God, I didn't choose myself. Okay, so I've got, who am I? Is that heat 6?
That's
okay.
heat 6, yeah. So
I've got a bit of a rest in the morning. That's quite. I was in the first heat last year.
don't you have to turn up to introduce it though?
I will be here. I'll be here from the start. Next out, we've got Matthew Stark. So Matthew's been here practicing, hasn't he?
I haven't. Is he here tonight?
He's here tonight, right? Okay. Absolutely Karting lightweight champion 2019. So an indoor specialist.
Oh, okay. One of the Bristol lot.
I think he's been setting some fast lap times here. I think he did 31s on his first time.
God, I honestly have not recognised that he's been here. Have you seen times? Good? No? I haven't seen times. Hello.
Sean Brierley, we're together.
Yeah, so Sean Brierley, awesome, thank you. Moving on.
Sean Brierley, let me tell you about Sean. He's got a lovely helmet. He was 13th at KWC in 2019. He was the BRKC vice champion for 2 years, 2012 and 2013.
We raced in the first one last year as well.
Were we together?
In the first one, it's because it was Johan, me, you, because you jumped Matej Varana when he did like a 4 second slower pit stop.
That doesn't sound right. I won the first heat last year.
Oh, maybe it was the year before then.
Maybe, must have been the year before. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Next out.
I'm going Ed White again.
Oh, well, he does. I always do. It's fine. I just assume I'm going to get Ed White. Next out, we've got Gary Llewellyn. So Gary won a BRKC race in 2019. He came 32nd overall, so just missing out on the semi-final. So local man, Gary Llewellyn.
We're hoping he turns up. We haven't really heard from him recently.
Next out.
What is this? Derek Jones, the second McLaren man.
When we say McLaren, that's because they've got McLaren replica kart suits.
Well, they also work for McLaren.
Do they actually
both of them work for McLaren.
I didn't know that.
So BRKC 91st and then 65th. What an improvement.
Cool.
I think they're 1-all, Dwayne Stoddart and Derek Jones.
Okay, here we go. A couple of Joneses in that
name
race.
is Steve Brierley.
Steve Brierley.
Change the name. Yeah, sure you are. Oh, your thing's
Oh, we've got another handwritten one. Okay, that must be because his career history came in after he entered a bit more recently, so I've written that in by hand. Brooke Tibay, or Tibay, I'm not quite sure how we pronounce your name, Brooke. 2 times endurance race winner in Edinburgh at Extreme Karting. So that's Brooke's history there. No picture of his helmet, don't know what he looks like.
Your thing's gone.
Let's have a look at the comments.
Change the name. Change the name, Paul.
I said you've got a nice helmet. Alex Van Gien says more like he is a helmet.
Oh,
Steve Briley.
witty.
Big Steve. So here are some comments. Steve Briley. Yes, Steve. Big Steve. Go on, Steve. Big up, Steve. Is that Sean's middle-aged bald name? Steve-O. Amazing. Next.
My middle-aged bald name.
Steve. Right, next.
God damn it. Right, Chris.
Sean is genuinely getting grease all over these pieces of paper.
Chris Powell. Now, not the Hereford Chris Powell. This is Club 100 Chris Powell. Christopher Powell. Does he not like Chris? All right, fine. Christopher Powell. So, Club 100, lightweight 3rd place 2016, and Cambridge University karting champion. I think that's internal.
And thank you. Bought a T-shirt today. It's going to look very stylish.
Good man.
You can still order your BRKC 2020 T-shirts at wearhuller.com. But you've only got one more day to do that before we need to get them made. Next out is Dawid Chart, maybe David Chart, not quite sure, from Poland. Came second in a KWC race in 2018. So no championships on there, but obviously has raced well.
Alex and Dan, we're not sure yet. Might be both. Okay, who's opening this up upside down?
The pizza cheese string coming from your mouth.
It matches the... Right, Ryan Smith. Are they going under Team Iron Brew again?
Yeah, they are.
Callum Conway hasn't appeared yet either. 5th overall in 2013. That's the last outdoor year. And British 24-hour 3rd in class in 2013 and 2014. Good to see you again.
There we go. Have we spelled Matthew Stark correctly? Or is
Probably called it Matthew Steve.
Steak? It might be that this person in the comments has made a typo rather than you. Okay, cool. Next out, Ben Churchill. So Ben Churchill came 56th in BRKC in 2019, so around the middle, but that's very strong. So well done, Ben, and nice to see you again. Ben will be, I'm sure, looking to get slightly higher, but it's going to be tougher than ever.
Dan said welcome to round 2, heat 7. Oh my god.
Round 2, heat 7 features Dante Dillon, Huller, Matt de Jong, Dan Healy, and Sean Briley. Wow, that's a tough one. We're going to find a few of these death heats as we look through this sheet.
Oh, I've got Weddle. Yay. Round 3, heat 6. Brilliant. And then I finish off against Lewis Manley and Ed White. Great.
Ooh, here's another fast one.
Damn.
Is this in the race that we're in?
I don't know. Is this in the race we're in? Sam Spinell? Yeah, bollocks.
Sam Spinell, the next driver out. Sam's getting a really cool looking new helmet. I don't know whether I have it ready for BRKC, but yeah.
Have you seen a preview yet?
Yeah, he sent me a picture. You know, similar colours to what he's got, but very cool.
No, he's not. We cleared our lot after David Charles.
Okay, good.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, cool.
Bye, Sam.
Next, we have Connor Marsh. Connor, always fast, another driver with a really cool looking Arai helmet. Okay, let's tell you about Connor. So Connor's done BRKC for quite a while now. He was the D-Max Daytona 24-hour champion in 2018. He was the NKL champion in 2014 and 2017. Sport Kart Grand Nationals in California, highest placed rookie in 2015. So there's Connor, and has done a lot of BRKCs.
Dan, it's also the 3rd time we've raced in round 2 and first on the alternate layout, so... It's 1-1, by the way, so this should be a good one. Ooh, Regis Goslin up against his teammate to start with. So, for those of you who don't know, only appeared last year. I think Regis, it was
He wasn't here last year, was he?
No, it was 2017. Oh, yeah, it's been out a couple of years then. So, 2nd place in BRKC. He and Sam Spinell ran a great strategy. So Sam didn't have the strongest car, but he qualified 10th, so took the last car, and they ran together. One dragged the other one along, and eventually they got 2nd and 3rd, only because I think Gruten blew his pit stop in the final. So, welcome back. Okay. Next out, Sam Slater, the green goblin of green giant.
Formula Fast.
Green goblin.
Sam, with an infamously weak neck, finished 48th in BRKC 2019, and hopefully he's been down the gym doing some neck exercises, and he'll be able to make the distance this year.
So I'm just putting out round 2, heat 5, which you're in. So have a look at that when that comes up, because that's a bit of a death one, I think.
Round 2, heat 5. Ed White, Gerber, Niroda, Endine, Schottler, Philpott, Spinell. I'm calling that as my worst finish.
Hey, Dan, you can either face me or face that.
That's a horrible looking heat.
Okay, Harvey Ball. Now, Harvey Ball, 93rd last year, but his pace here has been crazy.
Yeah, he beat me tonight.
He's been all the way up on top and at weight, for those of you who've raced against him. It's really, really good comeback here.
Dan Healy, round 2, heat 5 is dirty.
Dirty.
It is. So, Harvey, there we go. That's Harvey Ball. Oh, that is a championship ending heat right there. Let's hope a few more people get those as well. Next out, Joris Sturm from the Netherlands. He has finished 40th in both of his most recent BRKC appearances. So 40th in 2018, 40th in 2019. I'm sure he'll have an eye on the semi-finals in 2020.
No, Dan, it's not 2-1. Go away. Even if it is, I'm not claiming it. Okay, so Callum Conway, the final Iron Brew. 84th in 2018, 62nd in 2019. I thought he was much higher up than that.
Really? Okay.
But maybe had a bit of a rough run.
I think he'll be higher this year.
Yeah, he should be.
Top 50, for sure.
Oh, Schottler's not happy with his round 2 heat 5. He's appeared on the scene. Sorry, Michael, sorry.
Watching
Don't
along.
kill me.
Thanks for following, Michael. I hope you're enjoying your first BRKC live heat draw.
If it helps, Michael, round 2 will take place on the alternate track, which no one has seen yet.
Oh, yeah.
So you still have a really good chance of just coming out of the blocks with a win there.
So next driver out is Zach Venn. He finished 5th in the BRKC O-Plate in 2019. So that is Zach's claim to BRKC fame.
So that's the end of Heat 7. What do you think of Heat 7? Regis,
Joris. Connor, Sam, Ryan Smith.
That's a tough race.
Add the other Sam, Joris. Yeah, it's another tough one.
Depends how much practice Regis does. Otherwise, I'll put him in for the win.
A lot of these tough ones.
Okay, so starting off Heat 8, Rosamara. No, we can never say Mira again. He gets very angry. So he finally won his first heat race, actually, last year in the 4th round, which he was over the moon with. So congratulations, welcome back.
Okay. We have, travelling probably the furthest to join us out of anyone. He's from Charlotte in the United States. It's Jeff Lund.
Yeah.
So Jeff was one of the GT Academy finalists in 2012 over at Silverstone. He's done some Rotax Max driving in the USA as well as some rental karting. So Jeff, welcome to BRKC. Hope you have a good flight.
He'll be doing it from Wednesday because he's down visiting his sister for a while. So gonna have quite a lot of practice in. Not many names left now. Richard Jute, local boy. So, 2nd in the Team Sport Kart Champs in 2018, won it this year. And 2019 BRKC Masters Trophy winner. So, hopefully he can reclaim that title. How many Masters do we have doing this?
It'll be Andrew Duff, Richard, I don't know who else. I don't know. There's definitely one of our drivers from abroad in the Masters this year as well.
Welcome to the stream, Jeff.
So next up, Remik Drazga from Poland. He finished in the BRKC final in 2015. So another very, very rapid Polish driver with a cool looking helmet.
Alex, how can you forget about the alternate layout?
Jeff says he's looking forward to the trip.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching along, Jeff.
So Bradley Shepherd will go up against Jeff in this one. So BRKC O-Plate winner in 2018. The Dubai O-Plate 7th place in 2018. What kind of karts were they in? Rentals, owners? X30. Brilliant. And then the CPKC Junior Rotax 1st place in 2016. Good little resume there.
I feel like we should have music in the background. Next year we'll put some music in the background for this.
Anthony, can you start singing?
Next out, Jamie Henderson. Jamie finished 41st in BRKC last year from Durham. Jamie, have you seen Jamie doing much practice in these Super Sundays?
None at all.
None?
None at all. Haven't seen him done it once.
Get down here. But
I think he's still recovering from the
regular.
O-Play, which killed like half of us. Round 4, Heat 2 apparently is an interesting one. Connor, Joris, me, Ramon, Hollink, Manley, White. Yeah.
There's going to be some great spectator races this year.
Quite a few, which are really good. So, Rob Duma. He's been down here a lot. His pace keeps getting quicker and quicker as we go along.
Rob's got a lovely new helmet coming as well.
Yeah, he hasn't worn it tonight. But we're looking forward to seeing it. It's in Poland still.
Oh, right. That'll be why he didn't
probably why he didn't wear it tonight.
And Alex Van Geen says it's been a long time since he raced. He's had another kid since he last raced. Well, stop having so many kids. Just leave her alone for a minute.
You know she's watching, right?
Next up, Dominic Muir. Dominic Muir. He has done Silverstone. This is a very unorthodox CV out of these CVs. Silverstone single-seater experience, and he is a member of Formula Fast 2019. There we go. It's Dominic.
So still in. So that should be Dominic after Rob. So
Michael Weddle says, I don't know why I bother. I'd rather just watch these races.
don't worry, you'll have plenty of time in the stands.
You basically will just be watching, Michael.
Yeah, most
just,
of it.
you have a great seat from the back of the grid. Right, next.
Sam, I can't remember which one, but one of your heats went bad.
I think all four of them have got at least.
Phil Pryor, local boy, 89th, then to 66th. Good improvement. Another one looking to keep building on that, push towards the semis.
Next out, we've got James Martin. So James finished 52nd in BRKC in 2018, but he's been a BRKC driver since 2016 by the looks of it on him. And he has another cool-looking Arai helmet. Welcome back, James. He had 1 year off, didn't he, last year?
Round 4 Heat 2 keeps getting worse and worse.
Round 4 Heat 2.
Yeah, that's the one with Ed, me, Lewis.
Oh yeah, wow.
Rob joined it.
Yeah, nice. Poor Ramon.
So Fabian Siegmann, one of the Germans coming through, didn't attend KWC. So Team Kart Cup, Germany second place in 2019, and Indoor European Kart Championship. I think that was attended in 2019. I didn't go on that one.
Okay.
Oh no, that was when I was at now. Yeah.
Welcome, Fabian. I think he's in the Team Eco Racing Germany team.
I think that's with Brem and the second.
There's two of those as well.
Driver,
There's
yeah.
Eco 2 and Eco 1. Next out, Philippe Deneuze from Belgium.
All about me.
So welcome back, Philippe. Rental karting across Europe is Philippe's CV there.
Plenty of experience then.
Non-specific rental karting.
That's the type of people.
I remember. So Philippe, I've tried to get some history from him on Facebook, and he just said something like, "Wait, I'll translate into English," and then I never heard anything again. That's the last we heard from Philippe.
Just kind of gave up on Google Translate there. So Jack Goldsmith, I'm not familiar with him.
Yeah, I know
You
about.
him?
I know
You
about
this
Jack. So Jack was the kart racer champion, 70 kilogram champion in 2019.
Okay.
The event
Euro
organised
85
by
kilo.
Club 73. And he was Club 73 champion as well. He's part of the Freeloaders team, one of the drivers who has won their entry, and he is super fast. He's not done any practice that I know of down here, but I think he'll pick it up very quickly.
Damn it, I've got the first thing Sunday morning again. Imagine, you think you get Saturday morning, Sunday morning's worse.
Next out, Robin Kassam from Royal Wootton Bassett. Robin Kassam, multiple BRKC appearances, 55th in 2018, 54th in 2019, making gradual progress towards the front.
52nd.
53rd, I think.
53rd. What is 55th? I thought he said 56th.
I don't know.
Cool. Right, Michael Seaborn won his way in from Castlecombe last year, won his way in from Castlecombe this year.
He's another
nipped
one of
you
the
out for
freeloaders.
the. I'm pointing at Sam Slater for those wondering. He's like Sam Slater's second best mate after Adam Davis.
He's really
So welcome back, Michael.
He's really bad at karting.
Well, Michael Seaborn.
Well, I lost to him.
Oh, we're nearly
You
finished,
lost to him
guys.
because he's bad.
It's an unweighted championship. He's like 70. Wait, no, he's like 60.
There's loads of shade
You're like
being
60.
thrown.
73.
Okay, one of the extremely rapid Belgians, Giovanni Baccellieri. Is that right? Giovanni Baccellieri.
Bachellieri.
Yeah, okay.
I thought he
Which
was
sounds
Italian this
Italian,
whole time.
but he's Belgian.
No, I thought he
He's
was
never been
Italian.
here before. He was the Indoor Kart World Champion Junior in 2012 and
He's from the Italian
2013.
flag.
He was. It must be family. That's it's got an Italian name. Belgian champion, junior and master in 2010, 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2015. Okay, that must be the two different championships. And the Nations Cup KWC winner in 2015 and 2018.
The 2018 one was my team.
Okay,
It was me, him, and Sam Spinelli did it.
super fast.
Really quick.
Is he a Blue Star driver?
No, sort of independent. I don't know why. Lucas Naroda.
Here this
So
evening.
BRKC 71st place, has been here practicing quite a lot, so going well. And yeah, good luck. Ian Blake's here. Hi, Ian Blake.
Alex says, it's probably Lauren, his wife, saying this, wants to know whether my other half is watching before he makes a joke. Do you genuinely think Rebecca will be watching a go-kart live heat draw?
Also, do you genuinely think she'll care?
Next out is Gavin Williams. So he finished third in the BRKC O Plate, narrowly edging me out. And he's the Absolutely Karting 90 kilo champion in 2019. So Gavin Williams. Your turn. We must be nearly there. We must be nearly there now.
Oh, last heat. Adam Preston, local boy, 87th in 18, 76th in 19, gradual progress, kart champ, heavyweight 7th place. Congratulations. One more in this heat, and then
So we're nearly on to the final.
And then we fill
final
out the 100
heats.
number one. How are the heats looking?
It is the spectacular Johnny Elliott from Manchester. Club 100 champion in 2015, the BRKC O-Plate champion in 2019, so he's another one who's won his entry. BRKC finalist in 2018, and he is on my team, so good luck, Johnny, and good move, Johnny. And he said he spent the evening making memes, so I look forward to seeing those.
Oh yeah, I saw them up an hour ago, they're pretty good.
I'm going to have a look
First
at
one was
those.
highly applicable to me about pit stops. Okay, Daniel Truman. Club 100, well, he's Club 100 stalwart, one of the main guys for us. Club 100 race win in 2013, BRKC 46th in 2019. He hasn't had the best of run since we moved indoors, but hopefully this year's a bit better for him. Last heat.
On to the final ones. Okay, one of the other very rare drivers who we had literally no information for is Andy Hewitt, the stealth driver from Huthwaite in the United Kingdom. No helmet, no career information. Hopefully we'll see you at the event, Andy. And get in touch so we can update your profile.
Johnny just joined us in round 42 to go with Lewis, Ed, Ramon, Yoris,
Amazing.
Duba, me.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing for you. You get to watch it. Logan Soon.
Soon, I think it's Sugne, isn't it?
Sugne? Did I say that one wrong? Sugne. 24 Hours European winner 2017 and 18, KWC race winner and finalist 2016, 17 and 18, and BRKC 7th place in 2019. Welcome back. I like you held that up with nothing, but you can't actually see what's on there.
I was mainly holding up for
Anwar.
Phil. Anwar Barul Smith, also known as various things. Arwar Baronal Smut. I saw his name down at one kart track.
Where?
I can't remember where that was. But
That's not close.
I've definitely seen that. He was the BRKC O-Plate champion in 2012. Wow, way back then. Club 100 Premier Sprint champion in 2015, and he came second in the O-Plate in 2019. So he does have some recent form, and he's here this evening.
Round one's a proper hit of death.
Anwar has a
So
nice
all the
late
names
start.
coming out will fill out round 10. Last one will go into round 1. So Gruton,
Oh, finally.
Matthias Gruton, Kart World Champion 2015, Indoor Kart World Champion 2008, has a much bigger resume than that, but is too lazy to put it down. Now you know all you need to know about Matthias.
Welcome back, Matthias Gruton. He'll currently be driving a train somewhere through Belgium. Faster than anyone else, I'm sure.
Round 2, Heat 5. Oh god, Logan joined it.
Ready?
That's yours.
Next, Mehdi El Giesi. Mehdi El Giesi? I think that might be
This
roughly
yearly
right.
butchering of foreign names.
From Belgium. He was the Agadir 24-hour race 4th place finisher in 2018, and that's all we know about him. But the Belgians tend to be fast.
Basically, if you're not British, you're quick. Joe Hamlet taking over the Craig McAllister style lid. 15th at the NKA National Finals in 2010. Other than that, not much on the bio. Welcome.
Round 2, Heat 7, put it in the bin. I love it.
Has it got even worse? Is that ours?
I don't know. You know me,
I
I never
look.
I never look at who's in my races.
Yes,
So,
you do. Or we tell you.
Next out, Iliano De Vos.
He's quick.
Iliano was the Polish Junior Kart Champion in 2019, the Race Hall of Champions Junior Champion in 2018. So another very fast driver from across the pond.
One of Ruben's Dutch Valley team, I think. Mitch Powell. So the
Debut.
Yeah, debut. BRKC O-Plate finalist in 2019. One of the Bristol lot to come up with Gavin, Sam. So welcome to the official competition. So, 2 names
Just
left?
2 more to go.
So,
1 each. We have Jan Verbrechen, the Belgian kart champion in 2012, and the in-kart champion, that's in-kart in Belgium, in 2019. So a recent successful indoor kart driver in Belgium.
So
and
he's turning up on Friday with maybe just the 1 or 2 practices, so at least you get a chance to watch everyone else before you start.
So hopefully, if we've got this right, this is the final driver.
Yeah, is this final driver?
I hope so too. I did count 100 names.
So going into the heat of death is our second female driver, Nicole Egner. I think I said that right?
Yeah.
Team Kart Cup Germany, second place in 2019, and IEKC Women's Champion in 2019 as well. Welcome. So that should round everything off.
Hopefully concludes the heat draw. Guys, whilst you're just digesting those... oh yeah, so we're just looking at some of your comments. Whilst you're digesting those heat draws, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel that you're watching this on so you get notified when we go live, when the competition itself starts. From Saturday, we might be streaming some of the practice just to test the stream. And also, obviously, join the Facebook group if you're not already a member. Like the page, follow us on Twitter. We even have an Instagram page, which isn't particularly well followed yet, so take a look at that. And hopefully we'll see you guys all healthy, bright and early in 2 weeks' time. But if you've got any questions before we go, guys, just send them in right now. We'll just let you look at these heats.
My round 2 heat 7 is Holler, De Jong, Healy, me, Goslin, Shepherd, Gruton.
Just going to have a look at mine. No easy races. Would you be able to just pop that back up for us? Is it coming back up? Oh, right, okay. So, because there's a bit of a delay on our video here, we can't see the heats.
Gruton, Booton's and
Let us know if you've seen any particularly difficult ones.
It's going to be fun.
Round 2 heat 5 is a semi, says Sam Spinell.
No, it is semi. That's a very different type of thing.
So here we go. We can now see the heats. Let's have a look. Just looking for my own.
You said you don't find your own.
Are we in the same first one?
Yeah, we are. Round heat 6.
Okay, so we've got you, Matthew Stark. Okay, that may well end up being my nicest heat. Let's have a look. So, second one, where's that death heat we were talking about?
Second one is trash.
Heat 5.
Heat 5 and Heat 7
Ed White,
equally as
Wojciech
bad.
Jerb, Patrick Naroda, Russell Endine, Michael Schottler, Sam Spinell, Richard Duke, Jack Goldsmith, and Logan Stewart. That is the most horrible heat I've ever had.
Look at 7.
Your third round, money.
Third one, Waters, Zajewski, Matthew West, Bjorn Vermeulen, Ramon, who's he? Conor Marsh, Bradley Shepherd. I mean, that's a horrible heat, but I'd say that's half as difficult as the second one. Round 2 heat 5. Just have a look at round 2 heat 5. And
Slater, yeah. Get it, Slater. Slater, you're up with Gavin and Mitch in round 3 heat 6. Anyway, should we cut it off there?
I'm just gonna find my very last one before we kill this.
Round point 2, look at that one.
Yeah, there's another. Yeah, heat 2 in round 4 is another very nasty looking one. Okay, so I'm in heat 7 in round 4. Yeah. Who have we got? Selena, Tobias. Oh, I think Tobias's name is spelled incorrectly. I think there's an R on the end of it erroneously. Tobias Lauber.
No, it's only there shouldn't be an R.
There shouldn't be an R. That's what I mean. Okay. Yeah, I think he's got a random R. That's it, guys. If your name is spelled incorrectly, just let us know. You can send us a message on Facebook and we'll get that sorted out for you. But good luck, everyone. See you in 2 weeks. We're going to end the stream there. Have a lovely Sunday evening and see you at BRKC 2020.
I'm going to go cry now.
Thanks for watching.
Greetings, it's Ollie from Formula Fast here. Welcome to the 2020 British Rental Kart Championship Drivers Briefing video. I'll be explaining a few safety points, the pit stop procedure and the flags that we're using on the day. So, moving straight on to the first bit, we're going to traffic lights to start with, and they are dotted around the entire circuit. They'll all change at the same time, and when they're on greens, the karts will work at full power. However, if we change the lights to reds or yellows, the karts will lose about 90% of their power until the green lights come back on again. So if you feel the kart suddenly slow down, the first thing you do is check the lights. The red light means stop gently wherever you are on circuit, and a yellow light means walking speed and no overtaking. If you are stopped under a red light, the race may resume fairly quickly, so be ready to go with your visors down and watching the traffic lights. Yellows will also be displayed after your 1 lap qualifying, for the rolling start, and after the checker flag. The flags will mainly be shown at race control, but it is always up to you as a driver to be responsible for looking out for these flags. The blue flag is used if you're a back marker with a faster car behind you. If you're shown the blue flag, you must let the car behind you pass within one full lap. The marshal showing the blue flag will also point at you so you know the flag is for you. This flag may also be shown from a marshal post on circuit where and when possible. The black and white flag is a warning flag and used to tell you that your standard of driving needs to improve. The black flag is shown to you, it means you must complete a pit stop. However, if this scenario arises that we have to pull a driver off the circuit, we will also use that black flag to bring them into the pit lane where they can safely exit the kart. The bad pass flag is a red flag with a black chevron. If this is shown to you, it means you've just gained an unfair advantage or position via an overtake you've made. You need to let the driver behind you back past within one lap. Please be aware that sometimes race control will have to review the footage, and it can take a couple of laps before we show that bad pass flag. Failure to let a driver back through within one lap means you will be shown the black flag and you must complete a pit stop. Qualifying is a one-lap super pole. You'll be sent out the pit lane for your out lap in a staggered formation. And when you come around to start your flying lap, it is up to you as a driver to make sure you're giving yourself enough space to complete the lap without interfering with any other drivers. After everyone has crossed the finish line, we'll then show the checker flag to signify walking speed and no overtaking. The start of your race will be a single file rolling start. The person at the front of this line will control the speed, however it will be under yellow light conditions. Once the lights go green, you may start driving at full speed, however you cannot start racing or overtaking until you've crossed the start line. Please note that brake checking the driver behind you will run the risk of being penalised by race control. The pit lane will open for pit stops after the first lap of the race, and you may not pit before that point. It will close roughly 2 minutes towards the end and will show a pit closing screen to all drivers at that point. If you haven't pitted when you've been shown the pit closing screen, you must complete your pit stop on that lap. It is up to drivers to look out for that last chance to pit screen at race control. If you fail to complete your pit stop by the end of the race, you'll receive last place points. BRKC 2020 the same laser assisted pit stop system as the previous year. When coming into the pit lane, please signify the driver behind by raising one hand and staying within the pit lane entry lines. When coming into the pit lane, you must cross the beam of the first laser assisted pit stop system. Once that beam has been broken, a red light will be shown to you. That red light means the countdown has started, and when the countdown finishes, a green light will be shown. When the green light is shown, you can then move forward to the next laser assisted pit stop system. There will be 2 of these systems in the pit lane, which means there is no speed limit in the pit lane, as those 2 lasers are there to control your speed. You don't have to fully stop your kart for the system. You are allowed to keep the kart moving at a slow pace so as to keep the beam broken and keep the red light on. However, this does run the risk of overshooting and allowing the beam to reconnect before the allotted time has finished. If the beam is allowed to reconnect before the allotted time is finished, a yellow light will be shown. If the yellow light has been shown, this is a false stop. For every yellow light you receive in the pit lane, you must complete an extra pit stop. So if you fail both pit stop systems, you get 2 yellow lights, that means 2 more pit stops. Moving on to your race gear. If you're wearing body, ankle or wrist weights, you must make sure those are securely fitted underneath the race suit. Race suits must be done up with sleeves down and belts secured. With helmets, tinted visors is not recommended, but if you enjoy looking fancy, please remember that there may be slightly darker view in the evening, making it a little more difficult to distinguish between the flags. All visors must be closed, however you may leave a small gap to let some air in during the race so your visor doesn't steam up. If we do spot a driver that hasn't done their helmet up during the race, you'll have to red light the entire session, so please remember to do your helmets up before going out on track. You must be weighted to 90 kilograms or more at the end of each race, and the top 3 drivers will always be checked, although race control are allowed to spot check drivers at their own discretion. Formula Fast can provide 20 kilograms of kart ballast, so it is up to you as a driver to make sure you're at least 70 kilograms or more with all your gear on. Weighted seats are allowed, however, please remember the weight must be securely fitted into the back of the seat and upholstered in a way that means it isn't going to damage our kart seats. You can visit brkc.co.uk for instructions on how to build your own weighted seat insert. I'll also leave a link in the description of this video. Just remember, if you're found underweight at the end of the race, it does mean you'll be disqualified and receive last place points for that race. Moving on to overtaking and defending. When overtaking your kart, you must make sure the full width of your kart is alongside theirs before the main turning in point of the corner. If you find yourself alongside somebody, you must show good sportsmanship and not move across the push of the kart into the barrier. Driving a defensive line is allowed, but excessive weaving on circuit is not. If you do find yourself stuck on track, please do not get out of the kart or try and move the kart yourself. Hands and feet must stay within the confines of the kart at all times. If you do get stuck, just put your hands up off the wheel and take your feet off the pedals. A member of staff will be there to push the kart back for you. Formula Fast will be testing the karts for hours before and the end of each BRKC day, and will aim to adjust the karts within 0.2 to 10ths of a second from the top to the very bottom of the fleet. Please remember that tach temperature, tyre temperature, air temperature, humidity and the amount of fuel left in your car will affect lap times as the day goes on. Formula Fast will be solely in charge of monitoring the lap times and performance of each car, comparing this to previous rounds, test results, previous driver lap times and ongoing track conditions. If you believe there's a genuine issue with your car, please report to Formula Fast as soon as possible. However, if you've simply not done as well as you like in the race, please remember the biggest factor is your driving. You just ask someone who's been winning it every year. Finally, please remember this is just touching on the basic rules. The full rules and regulations must be read at brkc.co.uk/rules. Formula Fast ensure these rules to create a fun and fair event. If you have any questions regarding the format or anything I've been through in this video, please leave a comment or email me at ollie.fox@formulafast.co.uk. That's all from us here for now. We look forward to seeing you all next week. Any questions, don't hesitate to email, comment or call the venue on 01908 904 111. Thanks very much.